Welcome back. This is day 20 of building a 3D printing business. We've proven this farm can run. Now it's time to see what this competes with and what the next lever is. This is the comparable item that I purchased. I'm going to be using this as a reference. If I'm going to make something, I want to see what's already winning in the market and what customers expect when the product gets to them. So the first thing we'll compare is size and proportion. This one's a bit different, but it's close enough to compare. Second will be the wall thickness and rigidity of the item. Third is going to be the finish, how it ultimately feels in your hand. What I'm trying to answer today isn't, is mine better? It's how close is it to a real shelf product? And what would I tweak to match that expectation? And honestly, all things said and done, especially with the velocity that this product had been selling at, a few tweaks and sizing adjustments, we would be in the ballpark of an extremely comparable item as such that I'm holding in my left hand. And this is the part people skip. They make a print, they list it, and only later realize that the market already trained the buyer on what to expect for sizing, finish, and presentation. So today will help see reality clearly. For a quick run and a side-by-side, I'm happy. You know, this is something that if I had no other ideas to come up with, that I would look at, refine, dial in, and potentially try to take some market share. Now the next side of this is cost, and that's where the next lever comes in. Let me show you what I mean. This isn't running today. I'm just showing the reality of what's here. This is the extrusion line. The extruder, puller, and winder. It's still in the shipping crates, and that's intentional. I can move it, I can mock it up, set it up, but I'm not rushing to turn it on just because it exists. The reason it matters is simple. Material costs compound at scale. Even if the print runs are stable, your material cost is still part of the equation. This is the lever that eventually changes that part of the math. I'm not saying this is a magic solution. I'm saying it's a tool that becomes relevant once the workflow is stable. So this box contains the winder and the puller. And this box contains the extruder. And then this piece of equipment here will be part of the recycling line. That'll help get the failed prints, waste PLA, recycled and ready for re-extrusion. And I'll be covering the entire recycling line in a future video. This is why I like doing a comparison with a real product. Because once you see what the market expects, the next question is, can you produce that product reliably and at a cost that makes sense? Yesterday proved reliability is possible, and this is the next lever for cost. Let me bring it back to the farm. So day 20 is really two things. One, reality check. Here's what the market product looks like in hand. And two, cost lever. This is what's sitting in the wings that will change the material cost once the rest of the system is ready. And I'm not flipping every switch at once. I'm stacking the system in the right order. Tomorrow is day 21. I'll be doing a full build recap, what worked, what didn't, what surprised me, and what I'm taking forward from here. It's an honest recap of the first phase and how it rolls into the next. That's day 20, and I'll see you tomorrow.